Elon Musk's journey to becoming one of the most revolutionary minds of our time didn't begin with success. It began with pain. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, Elon was a quiet, curious child who often felt like an outsider. He was deeply absorbed in books, computers, and science fiction, which made him different from most of his peers. That difference became a target. Throughout his school years, Elon was severely bullied. He wasn't just teased, he was physically assaulted. At one point, a group of boys pushed him down a flight of stairs and beat him so badly that he had to be hospitalized. His nose was broken, and he couldn't return to school for weeks. Even worse, this wasn't an isolated incident. The bullying was relentless, and it left emotional scars that would shape his inner strength. But Elon didn't let that darkness define him. Instead, he found refuge in knowledge. He buried himself in fantasy novels, science fiction, encyclopedias, and coding books. At the age of 12, he used his self-taught programming skills to create and sell a video game called Blastar. While other kids played outside, Elon was building a digital world, one line of code at a time. This period of pain and isolation helped forge the mental toughness and deep imagination that later became the foundation for his daring ventures like SpaceX and Tesla. Elon learned early on that being different could be a strength, not a weakness. He used solitude as fuel, transforming rejection into reinvention. His bullied childhood didn't stop him, it built him. Today, Elon Musk's story stands as proof that even those who start off feeling powerless can grow into forces of massive impact. Sometimes the quietest kids become the loudest voices of change. From a young age, Elon Musk showed signs of unusual curiosity and intelligence, but what truly set him apart was his ability to teach himself complex topics, often without guidance or formal instruction. At just 10 years old, Elon discovered his first love, computers. Fascinated by how they worked, he convinced his father to buy him a Commodore VIC-20, one of the earliest home computers. The machine came with a manual intended to take 6 months to complete. Elon finished it in 3 days. By the time he was 12, Elon had already taught himself the basics of programming using only books and trial and error. Without YouTube tutorials or online courses, just raw focus and passion, he wrote his first game, Blastar, a space-themed shooter coded in BASIC. He sold it to a tech magazine for $500 0 cents, which was a significant amount for a kid in the 1980s. It wasn't just a financial win, it was proof that he could build something from scratch and get paid for it. This moment became more than just a childhood accomplishment. It was a preview of what Elon would spend his life doing, building things the world had never seen. That early success planted a seed of confidence. It taught him that you don't need to wait for permission, perfect conditions, or a formal degree to start creating. All you need is passion, discipline, and relentless curiosity. While most 12-year-olds were playing video games, Elon was coding them. He wasn't just consuming technology, he was already contributing to it. And that mindset of learning independently, building boldly, and thinking differently would later define his revolutionary ventures. Elon Musk's story reminds us it doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is how determined you are to learn, create, and keep moving forward. Elon Musk often says, America is the land of opportunity, but getting there wasn't easy. Born and raised in South Africa, Musk dreamed of creating a life where innovation had no limits. From a young age, he saw the United States not just as a place on a map, but as the heart of technology, ambition, and bold ideas. He believed that if he could make it to America, he could turn his wildest visions into reality. At the age of 17, Elon left South Africa with little money, no connections, and a suitcase full of hope. He moved to Canada first, using his Canadian-born mother's citizenship to gain entry. He worked a string of physically demanding jobs, shoveling dirt in boiler rooms, cleaning out lumber mills, and even cutting logs with chainsaws. He did whatever it took to survive because he knew it was just a stepping stone. Eventually, Elon made it to the United States and enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania, studying both physics and economics. But even while in school, he had bigger plans. He believed in using technology to change the world, and he wasn't going to wait decades to start. His journey as an immigrant is a story of relentless belief in a better future. Musk could have stayed comfortable, but instead, he chose uncertainty and struggle in pursuit of a dream. That courage to leap into the unknown, armed only with ambition and grit, is a powerful lesson for anyone chasing success. Elon Musk's story shows us that greatness often begins with a difficult decision: to leave the familiar behind and take a chance on yourself. It's not about where you start, it's about how far you're willing to go. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania, Elon Musk knew he wanted to build companies that shaped the future. But he didn't start with rockets or electric cars. His first major step into entrepreneurship came during the early days of the internet boom when he co-founded Zip2, a city guide platform for newspapers. That company sold for nearly $300 million, 0 cents, giving Elon his first big financial win. But instead of resting, he doubled down. In 1999, Musk founded X.com, an ambitious idea to revolutionize banking by moving it online. Most people at the time didn't trust internet banking, but Elon believed that digital finance would one day replace traditional systems. His idea was risky, disruptive, and ahead of its time, just like most things he would go on to build. XCOM later merged with a company called Confinity, which had developed a money transfer service known as PayPal. Internal conflicts led to Musk being ousted as CEO, but he stayed involved. Eventually, PayPal became the dominant platform for online payments and was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, 0 cents in 2002. Elon personally walked away with $180 million, 0 cents from the deal. But here's where this story becomes truly inspirational. Musk didn't keep the money. He didn't buy mansions, yachts, or retire. Instead, he took nearly all of it, over $100 million, 0 cents, and reinvested it into his next ventures, SpaceX, Tesla, and Solar City. He put everything he had on the line for his beliefs. This chapter in Elon's journey teaches a critical lesson. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about the power to create lasting impact. Elon used PayPal as a launchpad, not a finish line. He saw success not as an endpoint, but as fuel for the next, even bigger leap forward. After cashing out from PayPal, Elon Musk could have retired young and lived comfortably for the rest of his life. But instead, he decided to take the biggest risk of his career. Rather than playing it safe, Musk bet almost all of his fortune on two ideas most people thought were completely crazy: a private space company, SpaceX, and an electric car startup, Tesla. In 2002, Elon founded SpaceX with a bold mission to make space travel affordable and eventually enable human life on Mars. Critics laughed. Aerospace was dominated by governments and giant corporations, and failures were expected. And fail he did. 3 rocket launches exploded, nearly bankrupting the company. Most experts predicted SpaceX would collapse, but Elon stayed committed. In 2008, with only 1 launch attempt left before running out of money, the 4th Falcon 1 rocket finally reached orbit. That one success saved SpaceX and led to a $1.6 billion, 0 cents NASA contract. At the same time, Tesla was also teetering on the edge of failure. The company faced production issues, technical hurdles, and intense public doubt. Many investors abandoned ship. Elon was running out of cash in one of the riskiest moves of his life. He took his last remaining money, $40 million, 0 cents, and split it between SpaceX and Tesla, even borrowing from friends to pay rent. Most people would have walked away. Musk doubled down. Both companies not only survived, they revolutionized their industries. SpaceX now launches missions for NASA and is building rockets for Mars. Tesla didn't just make electric cars cool. It triggered a global shift towards sustainable energy. Elon Musk's story reminds us that the biggest rewards often come from the biggest risks. Betting everything on a dream doesn't guarantee success, but it guarantees growth, impact, and inspiration for generations to come. What truly sets Elon Musk apart isn't just his companies, it's his unshakable vision for the future of humanity. He's not content with just building cool products. Every company he creates is tied to a larger mission to solve problems that affect the entire planet and even prepare for life beyond it. Musk often works 80, 100 hours a week, juggling Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and The Boring Company, each solving a massive global challenge. His drive is fueled by purpose, not profit. Whether it's creating clean energy to fight climate change, building brain-machine interfaces to enhance human potential, or digging underground tunnels to reduce city traffic, Elon is constantly looking decades ahead while most of the world focuses on the next quarter. One of his boldest goals, making humanity a multiplanetary species. He believes that for civilization to survive long-term, we must become an interplanetary society, and he's dedicating his life to making that happen through SpaceX's Starship program. But his intense work ethic isn't just about hours, it's about obsession with improvement. Musk famously sleeps on factory floors, answers customer service emails himself, and dives deep into engineering challenges most CEOs wouldn't touch. His mantra is simple: I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Despite criticism, burnout, and enormous pressure, Elon continues to push boundaries. He reminds us that greatness doesn't come from comfort. It comes from sacrifice, clarity of purpose, and refusal to quit. Elon Musk's relentless pursuit of a better future challenges us all to dream bigger, work harder, and dare to build what others say is impossible. His journey is proof that when your vision is bold enough and your hustle strong enough, you can change the world, one breakthrough at a time.